Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our weekend show of Round the Clock Cricket, and we have Kunal today after a long, long time. So good to have Kunal and
Thank you.
Sudeep as usual. We'll be reviewing GT RCB yesterday at Bangalore and today's match at Delhi. Run fest, basically. Starting off with Kunal. Uh, Kunal, your take on RCB this particular year?
Yeah, RCB, first of all, thank you, Rahul. Actually, yesterday we seen the match, but GT, I don't think they have finished up well, first of thing. They could have, after the Sudarshan's 100, they could have taken this score to 20 to 30. They restricted themselves to 8. So RCB pulled them back. RCB, definitely, and Chinnaswamy, very invincible to beat. And RCB at away matches also, they were batting powerhouse. You see, from top to bottom, they have a very balanced batting unit. Kunal Pandya coming in at number 7, number 8 gives a too much of an depth. So RCB is very, very difficult with different teams and looking very, very confident team this year. But they lost a couple of wickets to playing a bit aggressively. I think they should play a bit sensibly when the balls or you need run a ball or maybe a bit higher 30 40 balls in 40 runs in 35 balls. You can play a singles odd boundary, still you will close the match within 6 balls to spare or 10 balls to spare. Still you will going to win the game. RCB looks very, very prominent.
Kunal, GT, since they started playing from 22 onwards, they won in the initial year with Hardik as captain. They finished runners-up. Then they finished 7th. Again, last year they were playoff. Very consistent team, very strong team. But what do you think they're going wrong this year? Along with DC, DC, of course, we'll discuss. But along with DC, where are they going wrong? In spite of a good start, now a 6th or 7th, I think, in the table. What do you think where they are going wrong?
I guess the Rashid and
Yeah,
Noor
there's
was the
7th.
bowling combination they had in the earlier years. Rashid and Noor Mohammad who's bowling for Chennai.
Yeah.
That that duo was perfectly okay for the spin attack. Washington Sundar is not bowling well. Rashid Khan is the only warrior, and I think Rashid Khan, Kugli is everybody speaking now. So, so he doesn't look so much effective till now. But still, he's
Rashid
the
Khan
best
is
bowler.
into his 8th year. I think you're saying he's been picked up. I also feel he's been picked up.
He's picked up. He's picked up. He's a great bowler, no doubt about it. He's among
Yes,
the
very
highest
good
wicket
bowler.
takers.
Correct.
He's a good hard hitter as well at times. Can quick, but I think they lacks. They're not playing Sai Kishore. Why they are not playing? I'm not sure whether Sai Kishore is in GT or not. But Sai Kishore was a very effective bowler on left arm spin, a lanky left arm spinner. So they're not playing it. I do not know why. What is the reason? He should give it a look. I think that will add a bit of variety in outgoing delivery because Rashid Khan also bowls googly, doesn't bowl too much of leg spin. Washington Sundar also bowls, which comes to the batsman. So it's more of a two same kind of a bowler. I think Subman being a captain is too much been garnered by Ashish Nehra. So the Subman is an Indian captain and he must show that on field. I think that's it is lacking.
So you are saying what is happening with Gill in Indian team overshadowed by Gautam Gambhir, same thing happening here. Rashid Nehra more dominant as a coach.
I will not say overshadowed. See, there are captains in the world who are also have a powerful coaches, but still they manage to play because coaches will give you instruction from the dressing room. You have to play and you have to take your call, and you have to play the right combinations. Right? Whether you are right or wrong, you have to present your views. That this is my views. I am a captain of the team. I feel this should play. This team should play. Coach can definitely have a better view, but you should have at least have a choice. I'm not sure in the dressing room whether Subman is placing that request or not, or he's just being yes man for both the Nehra and Gill. Nehra and Gambhir. I feel he might feel obliged sometimes.
Hmm. Sai Kishore is not in GT. That's what I was looking.
I do not follow IPL so detailed. So Sai Kishore maybe
Sai
another
Kishore
team.
is not in. I think he's in Chennai. Sudeep is following. Sudeep, Sai Kishore is in Chennai, right? If I'm not wrong, I don't know, but Sai Kishore
So
is not in.
I have to find out. I have to find. No,
Okay.
he's still
That's
Yes,
okay.
that is the.
Gujarat.
He was in
Gujarat.
GT,
He's
correct? No, he was in GT, but he has moved. He has
Acha,
moved. He's
okay,
not in
okay. He
GT.
was in GT, but this
Right.
year I'm not very sure.
Apart from Siraj and Rabada also a great bowler. They have good
Yes.
right combo of Siraj and Rabada. That's fine, but the spin department looks very weak. That's why GT is struggling even after posting 200 runs.
No, Sai Kishore is there, correct. Washington Sundar, Sai Kishore, all-rounder. Mohammad Ashraf Khan, Jason Holder. Grant Jadhav, Rahul Tewatia is off form. That is another problem. He's a good bowler and a batsman at the lower
Now,
end.
Rahul Tewatia played more of a batsman than a bowler.
Bowler, correct.
He won matches for last minute finishes, last over finishes, but not known for playing well. So this
Hmm,
year he's not in form.
correct.
Yeah,
Sudeep,
what are
your
your
take? Yeah, thanks. We'll come to you, Kunal. Sudeep, your take on the GT batting lineup? As Kunal pointed out, Sai Sudarshan 58 ball 100.
100, yeah.
Yet they finished at 205. And this IPL, we are seeing all the teams are scoring about 90 in the power play and around 200, 250. Today was a run fest. We are coming to that.
Yeah.
What is your take on GT's batting? I think batting looks slightly
It is
off color.
very, actually, they don't have a very strong batting lineup at the moment, you know. See, Washington Sundar coming at number 2 in a 2020 match, it is not the ideal combination, actually, if you ask me. Because see, once if
Mm,
their openers get out cheaply, they don't have a very stable middle order. If you look at the batting lineup of GT,
right,
so
right.
this is something, you know,
Like
that is
Kunal
very.
pointed out, Washington Wasi is not in good form, I guess.
He's either with the bat or with the ball, and he's not the
Well,
ideal player to play, you know, at number 4. You know, he's because he's not that, you know, at the moment he's not in form. Number one, and number two, I think he doesn't fit into this T20 mode. You know, yeah, Washington Sundar at number 4 is not the right combination. Has got it. GT seems
mm,
to have got
mm,
it wrong actually. Then what has compounded matters, you know, they had a lot of um, they depended on Glenn Phillips, and he did not come good, and that's what they were forced to drop him. Actually, Glenn Phillips is a very attacking player, and if he comes good, you know, he can score 100, you know, in 50 balls. He's that type of player. Unfortunately, he has not been in form in this particular season. So this is actually so this has made, you know, GT's batting lineup a bit shaky at the moment, and Joe's Butler is also past his prime, so this is not helping matters. So these are some of the
correct.
reasons, you know, GTs, you know, that is one of the reasons they could not, in spite of getting a very good start, you know, they could not finish well, you know. And Shubman Gill's yesterday's innings was, you know, was very slow, you know, by his standards, you know. It was not up to the mark. Scored
Yeah,
very slowly.
32. Yes, he slows today, and also he was not getting strike, which I mentioned in
Yeah,
the group.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
almost everything was taken up by Sai Sudarshan,
Sai
and
Sudarshan, yeah.
given that Sai Sudarshan should have scored at least 130, I think. If,
Absolutely.
when a top batter is scoring a fast 100, I think which happened today with both KL Rahul and then with Priyansh and Prav Simran, you need to score at least both the openers should be scoring at double a pace. So
uh,
260, when one of your opener is getting a fast 100, 240 is to be the. Because a lot of teams are scoring 240 and losing. And as today, DC also lost. So I
And
think you are right, the batting is not
yeah.
working.
And unfortunately, you know, the if you look at the team, actually, they in the you know reserves, they don't have any good batsmen left. You know, so there's hardly any room for any replacement. Also, at the moment, the
Right.
team balance is not good. Actually, the bowling lineup is good, but the batting is very brittle at the moment.
Yes, correct. Kunal, RCB, we have talked about Jacob Bethel. We remember when 6 months back when he was playing the last test at Oval, he played, and we said he's going to be the future because he will replace Ollie Pope. Do you think Jacob Bethel opening is a good ploy? Or do you think that Padikal, Patidar, both are openers basically in domestic, they should open. And Bethel maybe brought a little down.
see, Bethel can be back down the order. We have seen the glimpse of him in the semi-final against India, right? So
Right.
people are very excited. He's a young talent, a very exciting talent, no doubt about that. Uh, Provided he's batting order, uh, the Parikal is batting beautifully at number 3, so RCB doesn't want to experiment with that. Parikal is, of course, the opener, but either Phil Salt or Jacob Bethel, that's a combination that RCB is opting for. That's why, without making a change, because Patidar is 4, Team David is 5. So Hitesh Sharma is 5, team divided 6. Krunal is in 7.
107.
So that's the line they want to follow. If Bethel doesn't open, then either Devdar has to open, this Bethel come down. So they are trusting on more on Padikar on the present form and ask Bethel to go and cut loose in the beginning on the top of the order because he plays new ball pretty well. As a young lad, but a brilliant talent.
Correct. I think the Philsall's injury is an issue, which is forcing rather Bethel to open. I think so. Otherwise, Devdutt Padikkal would have played. Definitely. I think Padikkal as an opener is good. So what do you think Kunal GT needs to do? Because they are now 7th, just ahead of, I think, DC. So what does GT need to do? The strong side, but not doing well. So what do you think GT needs to do now? They're at number 7, yes. Just ahead of
GT needs to think really look up to their spin department pretty well. That's number one. And Gill has to, the other opener, like Gill scored 32 and 24 balls. Doesn't work out today. Simran Singh has got 24 balls, 76. So you can understand these people are coming at you in a very brisk pace. If you want to be a captain, if you want to lead the side, you want to be opener, at least you score a 15 ball 50. That's the expectation now. 30 ball 50 is a long honor. You cannot have that's a bad strike rate.
Very, very true.
So even if you are playing 30 ball 50, that's not longer good speed. You are 20 ball 50, 22 ball 50, that's been uploaded.
Absolutely.
And that's been uploaded, and a couple of guys, uncapped players, are playing it beautifully. So GT needs to really put up their power plays pretty well. I think they are struggling in the mid overs. They do not have good power hitters in the mid overs. Yesterday they had Jason Holder. They could come on to Jason Holder. He hit a couple of sixes and they could cross 200 run mark. But GT, I think top heavy team. Very reliant on Gill and Sudarshan. And if not on their bad days, GT will struggle to reach 180.
The funny part, Kunal, is in 22 when they won, and 23. 23, Gill was the purple cap holder. So I think he's lost his touch a little, lost his mojo a little, because both the years he scored over 500 runs. And at about 150.
He's a great player, no doubt about that. But it's not about, there is a Hardik Pandya who was coming at number 5 and number 6, giving the great balance to the
Hardik
GT.
was at 5. That was a huge
So that's a paradigm shift when he shifted from Gujarat to Bombay.
Yes.
So, but that gives a good balance in any team that Hardik comes at number 6. Or Subban was not the captain. So he was playing very freely. So you have to understand, there are the people who sometimes cannot adopt the skill. You will have a debate that in Test series, the first Test series, as a captain, he did 700 plus runs. But in first 2 Test matches, post 2 Test matches, he struggled. So that's something we need to look at it. And I feel Gill is a fantastic player. I think people, we have to set him free to play as a player, as a captain.
Do you think that, like Varun Chakraborty, this is his litmus test? Because if he fails, then I think we discussed this, you were not there, that Chahal might get into the side along with Ravi Vishnoy. Do you think Gill, if he fails, there's a serious threat of Vaibhav Suryavanshi coming into the side along with Yashasvi?
Whether you have Gill scoring runs or not, Vaibhav will play T20 for India very soon.
That is the real play in Ireland. That is almost decided.
Okay. But having said that, Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma is also a very strong contenders for this spot.
And you have Ishan
both are scoring runs.
Yes.
So Vaibhav, I have not seen him playing as good spinners till now. So he's a great talent. Hitting the ball today. He has scored a 37 ball 100.
I saw that just now. Yeah.
So he is a wonderful player, but I think he has 15 years age on his side, so he can wait. But I feel when he is in a prime form, he should play for India. Why not that India launch him in the 27 World Cup as an opener? So
that we discussed. 27 World Cup is far away. One, and second, we have still not sure that Rohit Sharma playing well. If he plays, then he and Gill opens, and then also Yashasvi is outside. So you are saying
Yashasvi will not play. Yashasvi will not
Huh?
play in 2027. Yashasvi Jaiswal is not to be in play.
Not play in 27. You are sure about it?
200%. Not as opener.
Okay. Now there is no other place then. There is no other place other than his opener
I'm
to
not.
open place.
I won't be very surprised if I see the. I do not know what Gautam Gambhir's thought process, but if I would have been Indian selector, I would have made Shreyas Iyer as a ODI white ball captain, for
Absolutely.
27 World Cup, because as a batsman, as a skipper, he's a fantastic. And I'm
Fantastic.
not today that he's scoring runs, so I'm saying it. I'm saying it for long run that Shreyas Iyer is one of the most balanced batter I have ever seen. India in 2023 World Cup, if you remember, Shreyas Iyer was scored two back-to-back 100, which India
Hundreds.
owned these matches, and
Absolutely.
because he used to lift the run rate, where Virat Kohli is
Correct.
pressing his innings, where Shreyas was the guy who was lifted his run rate. No other guy was there. So in the finals, if you
Absolutely.
remember, he failed. India team collapsed.
Perhaps, absolute. Very true. But Shreyas Iyer should have been in the team. I mean, everyone is saying that he should be in the team. I don't know
I
when
think
will
the
he be in the
equations,
team.
equations is not working for him. Equations in the
Uh,
world now. Gautam Gambhir says it doesn't share a very good rapport. I'm very, very upfront.
right. Yeah, I think we saw that in. I think that all went back to KKR basically when KKR won in 24. I think the credit went to
Mm.
Shreyas, and Gambhir was not very happy with it. I think that is one of the problems.
Mm.
Same problem happening with Shami as well.
Mm.
So you are saying Yashasvi not playing for India in 27, more or less certain.
Yeah.
A little surprised because they are going to push him and Vaibhav to sit. I think they will push him and Vaibhav in
See,
27 this Ireland tour.
for me, this could be possibility. If you play with that day, we can have a different discussion. India in 2027 probables. In the probable
Yeah,
list,
we will.
Jaiswal will be, of course, will be there.
Of course, there.
Vaibhav Suryavanshi also will be looking. Surya Prakash Yadav is out of the team, no doubt about it.
Yeah. No, he will not be
Even
there.
T20 format, I'm sure Shreyas Iyer is becoming the next captain. Whether Gautam
Yes,
Gambhir
I
likes,
also think.
dislikes,
Oh, no, no.
Shreyas Iyer becomes a captain. Hardik,
Captain, I think so.
not Rishabh Pant, not Rishabh Pant is a long story now. Ishan Kishan has been come in big way.
Yeah, Rishabh Pant now, unfortunately, is a long story. True. So, 27 World Cup is, of course, 18 months, quite far away. So, we'll discuss that. Thank you so much, Sudeep and Kunal. We will come to the end of this first round, where I think we are deciding. RCB is playing well. There's no doubt about it. But I think GT need to pull up their socks very, very well. Otherwise, there will be a lot of problems because they are languishing now. It looks difficult. At the last, before we'll go, Kunal, do you think GT can still qualify? That's the big question we ask.
See,
Playoff.
frankly
Seventh now.
speaking, no, I don't think GT will qualify because the other teams are playing pretty well. RCB,
Right.
PBKS,
BKS and
PBKS,
SRH, probably an
and
SRH.
SRH. These four teams are my bet.
Right.
Right, either
Thank you, Kunal.
unless
Oh,
DC is not in the contention because DC start losing.
that is the problem with this every year. 3 wins and then 4 losses. Yeah, we said that. Yeah, thanks.